Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. You already know that I wasn't sure. Yes. I was proud to be a doubter. The more I learned about it, the more I realized that my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. So, here's my opinion. I believe in this today. I believe in this chance today. I think that Bitcoin is real. While I'm not saying it can't be abused like any other financial tool, I am saying that it is a real tool that can give you returns that aren't linked with other investments. A few weeks ago, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink talked to Squawk on the Street about a number of topics, including the current state of cryptocurrencies and his strong support for Bitcoin. Larry Fink said he was skeptical about Bitcoin at first, but after learning more about it, he changed his mind. Bitcoin has potential and legitimacy as a financial instrument. It also has returns that aren't tied to the success of traditional assets, which is called uncorrelated returns. He sees it as a way to protect against countries lowering the value of their currency by running too many deficits. This is being done by some countries, and Bitcoin lets people invest in ways that are not controlled by those countries. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, says that Bitcoin will soon be accepted as an asset class and will play a part in investment portfolios. Bitcoin is like digital gold. It's a safe investment for people who want to keep their money under control. It's not a sign of hope, it's a way to show how smart you are with money when things are unclear. He still believes Bitcoin has a lot of promise, but he doesn't see it as a quick way to make money. Instead, it's a way to protect yourself from not knowing how much money you will have. Listen to what Larry Fink says by watching parts of the talk. If you want to see more videos like this one, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post alerts. Have fun with the movie. I used to be very proud of being a critic. I looked into it and learned more about it, and then I realized that what I thought 5 years ago was wrong. This is my view. Say today, this is what I believe. I think the chance is today. I think that Bitcoin is real. I'm not saying it can't be abused like any other financial tool, but it is one that lets you get returns that aren't related to each other. That being said, I think it's something you buy when you're more scared. It's a tool you can use when you think that countries are devaluing their currencies by running huge deficits. And some places are. I think there are places in the world where you're afraid of normal life. If you can find a way to invest in something that isn't controlled by your country, you can have more control over your money. Because of this, I really think that Bitcoin can be useful in stocks. I think that will be one of the types of assets that we all look at. As I said before, I see it as digital gold, and I think everyone should see it as an option to the hope I have for the world. If you want to protect your hope, Bitcoin is not a good choice unless you think you can make a lot of money with it. But I see it as a way for you to show off your financial smarts in an area that scares you more than anything else. You are more scared of your own survival. I also think it has a great business use. That's something I think a lot of people miss. Larry Fink basically thinks that Bitcoin is a real financial tool that gives people a new way to think about spending and managing their money. In terms of success, it is not linked to traditional assets. The CEO of BlackRock says that Bitcoin can also be used as an investment and that its value will continue to rise. In a recent interview with Natalie Brunell, famous author and Bitcoin fan Jeff Booth talked about Bitcoin as an option to fiat money and how it can be used in real estate and the world economy. When people talk about costs in terms of paper money, Jeff Booth doesn't like it. It backs a system based on stealing value from other people instead of letting the free market decide where value is distributed. This keeps a bad system going that makes people's lives worse. Bitcoin is a game changer because it changes the way things are done and is connected to almost every part of life. Jeff thinks we shouldn't be scared of this decline because it means production is going up, which means we can live full lives and do the things we enjoy. Anything that stops this deflation is a control scheme, not a political or economic one. Jeff thinks that once you understand that deflation is the natural state of the free market, everything else makes sense. Politics is a fight over who gets to benefit from the theft that supports the present system. Blockchain is the only thing that can protect us from this theft. Instead of a currency, it is an open, safe, decentralized system that limits the amount of energy that can be used. You can price it in money or through bent paper, but it keeps moving forward. All other prices will always fall because Bitcoin is the only free market force. Jeff Booth says that the current system is flawed from the start because it is based on fake money that loses value due to inflation. After that, people look for other important things to store, like homes. On the other hand, the financialization of goods is a problem. This financialization is caused by a lot of money and also by actions taken by the government. prices go up even more because they want to hold on to their wealth in investments. This begins a cycle of making things useless by turning them into value stores instead of being used for what they were made for. The rise in financialization has made asset prices go up, but they are going down compared to Bitcoin. In a free market, assets will finally go back to what they are really worth. To learn more from Jeff Booth, let's go back to the talk and watch more clips. And people shouldn't be afraid of decline because it's just we can live full lives and do what we want because of the flow of work. That's how the market normally works. That means that anything that stops that, not from zero inflation, but from the implied rate of deflation, which is probably between -5 and -6% today, is not an economic or political system, it's a control system that gets its power by stealing from you. So once you understand that to be true, and I haven't found anyone who disagrees with me on that deflation is the normal state of a free market, that means that once you know that to be true, everything else in the system is stealing from you. The political system is stuck on the question of who can steal from you better. That's really what you're arguing about, who gains from this theft that you commit. Bitcoin is the only thing I've been able to find that can keep you safe from that. For it to stand, it's not because it's a coin, but because it's an energy-bound system. It is a secure, open, decentralized, and open system that is limited by energy. It doesn't matter if you use real money or fake money on paper to set the price. It doesn't care. It just keeps going forward. Based on Bitcoin, all prices are falling and always will because it's the only thing that works in a free market. The things that are connected to the other machine are not. It's a method for control. They will fight against the current system of debasement. Because the real rate of return is less than the inflation rate, you can't put your money in the bank and watch it lose value. The home itself is part of that. Because of this, other things must have value in order for the structure to work. Now you put more money down on a house, which drives up prices because you're trying to keep your money safe. In the past, when families lived in their own homes and areas were close together, that took a home away from a useful thing. It's also a way to store value against it. When that breaks, which is the same thing that caused the problem in the first place, manipulated money, big money gets involved to store their wealth in those assets. Which means it stops being a home. It keeps its value over time. Money losing worth is the reason why things are becoming more like money, so that people can find other ways to store their value. We've lived in a system where Bitcoin has gained all of its wealth, and I would even go so far as to say that it has protected its wealth from the financialization of assets, such as the stock market. Those who are aware of this and have seen financialization believe that it is the free market. When they see Bitcoin, they may wonder how they can use it to financialize even more things and keep the prices going up. And a lot of our business, if not all of it, is now based on finance. But all of those things, and I can quickly figure out that in Bitcoin, my house was worth $1.4 million years ago. There are now $2.1 million in fake bills. In terms of Bitcoin though, it was 300 Bitcoin 4 years ago, and now it's worth 26 Bitcoin today. That's how much my house will be worth in 4 years. It makes sense to use Bitcoin to buy a house right now, if that's what you want to do. But keep in mind that you're paying too much for the house because it has become too valuable in terms of money. This is because the house's value compared to Bitcoin is falling.